Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer. I'm here to review No Escape, or Follow Me. It's one of the two. The poster on IMDb still says Follow Me. The title on IMDb says No Escape. Still both very generic. I get the No Escape thing because this is from writer-director Will Wernick, who was behind an escape room movie. Not Escape Room, that bigger budgeted kind of film that's getting a sequel supposedly in December, coming out at the very end of the month if it gets released. But this is about a group of friends led by this one guy, Cole, who's played by Keegan Allen, who live streams everything. His friends are coming together. They're going to Russia to go to this crazy escape room because they heard they don't pull any punches or don't have any rules there. This is going to be like the real thing. This is going to be awesome. And basically this film is very easily broken up into 3 acts. The first act is a really overlong setup of these characters. For the lack of depth that you get from these characters, they did not need to spend that much time setting it up. So that really hurts the pacing of the film in that regard. And like the characters, it's like you understand where they're all coming from and their dynamics. The acting isn't particularly interesting, nor the characters, so it just felt like it was way too long and you're just like, get on with it. And then you get to the second act where they go into this escape room and it's very much like a Saw, bunch of rigged machines, and like honestly Wernick's able to build some solid tension and some energy, and it worked. And if this was just that movie with a little bit of setup and this spread out a little bit longer of the runtime, I think this film would have been a really solid horror thriller that I think more people would be giving some attention. But that's not it. Then we get into the third act, and then it feels like they're just dragging this, trying to do too much with this, and then it turns into basically like a Hostel kind of thing. And I'm not going to get into too much detail after that because I don't want to start giving things away, but like it turns into like a different kind of horror movie and just like torture porn and just way too much for me. I feel like it set up a particular tone in the second act and then went to a completely different tone and a completely different kind of setup film in the third act. And I have to admit, the end of this film actually got me, and I'm just like, dang, I wish the rest of this film was as inspired as this ending. And with that, and some pretty solid thrills throughout the second act, I feel like this film has some merits, but in the end it just feels like they're trying to do too much. They spend too much time. Like, this honestly felt like it would have worked better as like a short film, or if they kind of just kept going with what was set up, because I feel like the first and the third acts, except for the very end, feel like they really drag and are just drawn out and overly done, where the real heart of the film that really worked was that middle part. And obviously, you could probably tell from my thoughts here, it's like I was very mixed on this film. And it's right around where it's just like, it's average, it delivers on these things, it misses on these things. In the end, kind of pars the whole down the middle. I wouldn't necessarily say I liked this film. Would I rewatch it? Probably not. But in the end, it delivered on certain things that got me through the film to watch. And I'll take that at this point. But those are my thoughts on No Escape. Or was it Follow Me? One of those. But those are my thoughts on this film. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.